What's going on, everyone? By now, I'm sure most, if not all of you, have heard about the physical altercation between Draymond Green and Jordan Poole. Draymond Green apparently took a swing at Jordan Poole. And a lot of just issues with that, right? You don't want to see your players having physical altercations, stuff like that. I did a full deep dive into just the Draymond Green side and stuff like that. I'll even link that video down in the description below. Go check it out after this video. But we got updates throughout the night last night, giving us a little more insight on the situation that happened. And apparently it looks like Jordan Poole is just, he thinks he's, the cock of the walk, so to speak. And I even said that in the previous video. I said, he's a guy that's trying to get a bag. He's a guy that thinks he's the man, right? I'm the dude. I'm this. He's carrying around that swagger. He thinks he's the new face of this franchise in the next few years. He thinks he's the guy that's going to lead the charge of this franchise. And Draymond's, humbling him, basically. And that's something I talked about. And I still believe that that's what that is. And we heard the reports that players and everybody has noticed that Jordan Poole's acting a little different. Dude's got a little different attitude. He's carrying himself a little different. He's got an NBA championship. He's got a big bag on the way, and it's all getting to his head. So here's the thing. Should the Warriors trade Jordan Poole, right? Now, many of you might be thinking, no way, it makes no sense. Why would you do that? And look, I do agree Jordan Poole is, in many ways, the future of this team. They got a very good young core with Jordan Poole, Kuminga, Wiseman, Moody, and you still have Clay and Steph, who could probably play till they're 45 because they're just such great shooters, and they can literally play the Ray Allen role. So the Warriors are set for the next several years. Draymond is very valuable to this team. Now, I do think that Draymond isn't worth the money that he wants and stuff like that. And that was the argument that I made in the previous video was, do you get rid of Draymond because of his history as well as, him just wanting so much money for a guy that you don't really, I think, need as much as you used to at this point. I still think he has a ton of value, especially for the Warriors. But he's not the player he once was. He is great for them. But you got so many guys now, and they all have to be paid, including Jordan Poole. And at some point, you're going to have to pay Wiggins. So you have Wiggins, Poole, Draymond, all that need to be paid. You have Klay Thompson, you have Steph Curry, and eventually you're going to have to pay the young guys too, like Kuminga and Wiseman. Also, are you going to be paying $1 billion a year in luxury tax? I just don't see that being the case. So sooner or later, somebody's going to be the odd man out. Now, here's the thing. Andrew Wiggins is more of a need for this Warriors team than Jordan Poole. We saw that Jordan Poole basically became unplayable when he's not knocking down his shot, and Steve Kerr literally had to take him out of games because if he's not knocking down his shot, he doesn't provide anything else. He doesn't play defense. He's not very good at handling the ball right now. He doesn't make good decisions right now. Again, he's very young. He's only going to continue to improve and get better. And so I don't knock him for that, but he right now is pretty much just a shooter. He can get to the hoop. He can create his own basket a little bit, but he's more of a I'm either on or I'm off type player. And he'll get better. Again, very young. He's going to get better over time. But what Andrew Wiggins provides this team is defense. They don't need more shooting. They have plenty of shooting. They have plenty of scoring with the team they have. But they need somebody that can guard the Kawhi Leonards, the LeBron Jameses, the Giannis, the many guys of this league that are big and have size. Andrew Wiggins was their second best player throughout the playoffs. He was so good. People were arguing, should he get MVP or co-MVP because he was that good for him. A guy that could give you 25 a game if you need him to, but still guard and play and defend the best player on the other team. He just provides so much more value. He's comfortable being that guy. How long is Jordan Poole going to be okay being the third, fourth option on this team? I don't know if he's going to be that. And beyond that, you would get so much more for Jordan Poole than you would anyone else on this team. Other than, of course, like Steph and stuff like that. But they're never trading Steph. Talk about out of all the young players and all your role guys, Jordan Poole will get you the most value. He will get you more value than even a Klay Thompson would. And as great as Klay Thompson is, Jordan Poole's age, just the potential he has, what he's already shown, there are teams that would sell their farm to have Jordan Poole and could put the Warriors in a very, very real position for, again, right now and the future going ahead. They have a great development team. They have a great scouting team. They have a great just culture and organization. They will find another Jordan Poole replacement if they need to. They've already got some gems on their team that are young and ready to go. So I really think, and this is something I've thrown out months ago. Like literally, I have the receipts. Go look up the video. I even said the Warriors should trade Jordan Poole for some of these reasons, as well as just he has the most value, and eventually you're going to have to make decisions. The Warriors have to make decisions. And I just think Draymond, yes, I think they're at a position now where they could win without him, but I think what he provides them is invaluable. And I do think he really does make an impact on that team. Andrew Wiggins, I think, like, if I would choose Wiggins over Draymond, like, if it came down to Jordan Poole and Draymond or Wiggins, I would tell them, get rid of Jordan Poole and get rid of Draymond and keep Wiggins. Because I just think Wiggins he's younger, plays defense, gives you scoring, gives you a little bit of everything. Like, the guy is perfect, and he's comfortable in the role that he's in. He doesn't have to be the number 1, number 2, number 3 guy. He would do whatever. If he scores 10 points, great. If he scores 30 points, great. He doesn't care. He's very unselfish. That's what this team needs, is a guy like him. Jordan Poole's a great shooter. Draymond's only getting older. So Wiggins, I think, provides that, and I think you got Kuminga, who can basically be your new Draymond. Doesn't give you the bulliness that Draymond gives you, but you still get better, athleticism, scoring, production, everything. I think the Warriors would be fine with like a Kuminga, Wiggins, Steph, Clay, and Wiseman. Like, I think that's pretty good. But I think Jordan Poole is the guy that, again, would give you the most assets, give you the most value. How long is he going to be okay just playing third fiddle on this team? Especially if he's already thinking he's the man, I'm that dude, da-da-da-da-da, and already acting like he just, like, his stuff don't stink. He's not, like, he's that's just who he is. And he's only going to get worse, right? And eventually you're going to reach a point where he's going to want out. Now, the problem is, if you end up trading him when he wants out, you're not going to get as much as you would if you just trade him just to see offers, right? You kind of, throughout the season, throw out, hey, what would you think if we, put out a little feeler? What would you think if we were to put Jordan Poole on the market? What would you be willing to offer? And just see what kind of offers you get filled. Because the problem is, if Jordan Poole's like, hey, look, I want you to trade me. I'm going to go sign with this other team, this, that, and the other. Then, now you're in a position to where you don't, you'd still have them long term, but you run into a Kevin Durant situation where I think if the Nets were just, if teams were just inquiring, and I'm sure teams will, and I'm sure teams have inquired about Jordan Poole since this incident. I just think if you're the Warriors, you at least throw out feelers and you just say, like, hey, what would you guys think if we wanted to throw out Jordan Poole? Look, we're not planning on it. We're gonna max him out. We're gonna do all that stuff. We're gonna ride with him. It's just a little incident, whatever, no biggie. But just out of curiosity, because we do have to make decisions, and we got to make a decision between Wiggins and Poole and stuff. But hey, what do you want to get? I think they would get picks, players. I think the Knicks would sell their entire team. I think they would open the floodgates and say, you can have whoever you want. Here you go. Whoever you want, take them. And I think the Knicks would go and trade for Jordan Poole. Orlando might even trade for Jordan Poole. Like, I think there's young teams out there that might actually do that. And even some, more experienced veteran teams, stuff like that. So I just think Jordan Poole makes the most sense. If you were to move off of anybody, move off of him. Because Draymond gives you what Draymond's always given you. Andrew Wiggins is more valuable to this team than Jordan Poole is. Like, again, the Warriors don't need a third splash brother. They need a guy that can play defense, that can, do stuff. Because that's the problem. If Andrew Wiggins leaves next year, who guards? Like, you need to hope that Kuminga turns into, like, that dude. Basically becomes Andrew Wiggins 2.0 for them. Because if he doesn't, they could be in trouble. Because now you don't really have size, and you don't have somebody that can guard the perimeter, because Jordan Poole ain't doing it. How long is Jordan Poole going to be okay with coming off the bench? Stuff like that. I just think however you slice it, at some point, the Warriors are going to have to make a decision. They're going to have to make a decision on somebody. Because, look, Jordan Poole's going to want to start. So what? Are you going to move Clay to the bench? You're not moving Steph to the bench as long as he's on your team, or until he gets to, like, being 40. So what? You start Clay, you start Poole, Steph, Wiggins, or say Wiggins leaves, then otherwise you're starting a three of Steph, Clay, Poole. Who's guarding on the perimeter? Like, who's playing defense on that team? Like, seriously. Like, who's playing defense on that team? Who's guarding the perimeter? Clay's, unless, maybe this year he looks better, but last year he looked like he's a guy that is coming off of several knee injuries and stuff like that, and he's missed a step. That's what he is, and he's only going to get worse because he's only going to get older. And the more and the longer he plays, the longer he goes on, he's such a good shooter that he can play forever, but as far as like him being that 3-and-D style shooter player, that's gone. He can in spots, but I just don't see him. He's not guarding big threes anymore like he used to. He's not guarding like the best player on the other team anymore. That's what you need Wiggins for. And Poole isn't going to be that guy. Poole looks completely lost on defense at times. So I just think he's the odd man out. I think you have this fight as your excuse. It's like, hey, we can't have this. Somebody's got to go. We're choosing Draymond. Because what if Poole says, hey, it's me or the old guy? Do you really want that locker room issues? I just think however you look at it, you're a team trying to go and repeat and go back to back. And you have, a kid that thinks he's, the second coming of Jordan. Like, it's just, he's got to get a piece of humble pie. Move off of him. Let him be somebody else's problem. You don't need him. It's not like he was completely absent half the time. He was either lights out and gave you 30, or he was unplayable. Like you're fine without him. You got plenty of young talent. You're going to get a lot of stuff for him. There are teams that are going to give up a lot for Jordan Poole. I think however you slice it, the Warriors are fine. But anyway, as always, this is a discussion, so I want to hear from you. Let me know your thoughts and opinions down in the comment section below. What do you think the Warriors do? Think it's time to move off of Jordan Poole? You think it's not? However you feel, let me know your thoughts and opinions down in the comment section below. Quick little shameless plug, go subscribe to my second channel, link down in the description below. As it stands, Lakers. I am a diehard Laker fan. I love talking Lakers. I could talk Lakers all day, just like I could talk about all sports all day. And I'm sure many of you watching to this point enjoy my commentary, enjoy these discussions. So go check out the Lakers channel. Even if you're not a Laker fan and you just like hearing me talk about stuff in basketball, go over there and subscribe. I'll link down in the description below. I promise you won't be disappointed. That being said, hit that like button. Helps me out a lot. Lets me know you enjoy these types of videos, and I truly appreciate it. If you're not subscribed to the channel, hit that subscribe button, followed by the bell notification. Stay up to date with all things sports. Join this wonderful community and all of our discussions. I'll see you all in the next one. Thank you.